All right, hello everybody, and welcome to Q&A live stream number 153. It is approximately 8:42 p.m. right here on the East Coast in the great states of New Jersey. Today is Thursday, June 3rd, 2021, and there's a lot of stuff, lots of some stuff to go over today, but we're going to wait a little bit. So there is some stuff that I do want to talk about today personally in the chat. So hello, Elevators of Steel City by Otis Elevator Fan 102. Hello, Garden State Elevators. How are you? Hello, Butterboy. How are you? I just got another notification on my thing. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. I've been so busy with school. I haven't had time, and I am trying to make time to do live streams, guys. It's just they're not as easy, especially when you have to put a lot of your time towards school, which is a good thing. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but academics are important. So I've really been trying to focus on that mostly. I just have to do one thing really quick to go to that. Finally, I just something I need to check real quick. Let's see. Give me 1 second, guys. I will be back, and I will answer everybody's questions and stuff. So just give me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right. So sorry about that, guys. I literally got something really important, so I just needed to do that, but I'm gonna do it a little bit later. Okay. So let me read everybody's thing. Hi. How are you? Yeah. No, I haven't done a live stream in a while. I've just been busy with school. Yes, ArcLight Cinemas is being acquired by AMC. Yeah, I saw you went to Menlo Park the other day. Yeah, I want to get back to Menlo Park. The problem is with nothing really closing at Menlo Park right now, I really don't want to make the trip all the way down there. Look, listen, I would, and I do want to get back there eventually, but right now with nothing liquidating there, there's really no point for me to make a trip there. But I do want to get back there, yes. Oh, Walden Galleria, that's nice. That's okay. I mean, look, I have an Xbox console myself, but I barely play video games. I don't have time anymore for that stuff. Yes, there is. Yeah, some of them do. Willowbrook has a Starbucks inside of Macy's. Yeah, kind of works. And Manhasset has one too, which is interesting. I'm pretty good, Mohammed Sonic Boom. How are you? Yes, I saw your blog, Alexander. I don't know what that is. That doesn't really there's no really Sears stores closing right now. Hi RL, how are you? Um Yeah, I think Macy's at select locations have a Starbucks. Obviously, Herald Square. Paramus doesn't have one, but Willowbrook has one. Westfield Southshore also has one too. So it's a select few. I mean, Hassett too. Select few, not all of them. It's not like across the board. Oh, interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of tourism down in Orlando, so I'm not surprised. Hi, Tiger Boy PR17. How are you? Looney Tunes character? I guess Bugs Bunny, although I'm not a huge fan of Looney Tunes. Well, I'm not surprised. They have all this space they need down in Orlando, so I'm not surprised personally. Yeah, but I'm not paying $28 to ride a 330A. I would, but not for $28. It's really not worth paying $28 when I can see a 330A for the cost of nothing up in Paramus. I don't think so. No, it's still there, and it's on their website. Let me see. Yep, it's still there. Forever 21 is not closed at Monmouth Mall. It's still on their website. Otherwise, they would have taken it down. Uh, yeah, I mean, well, I mean, ArcLight and Pacific Theaters also didn't count on a once in a century pandemic to completely destroy their business. That's for sure. Roadrunner and Wild Coyote. Interesting. Hey, Chef Brand One, how are you? Okay, that's great, Dylan G. Jesus. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, I haven't been to Menlo Park in 4 years. I've really had no need to go there. I mean, it's a nice mall, but it's far. It's not close. And I really, unless something is unless it says in front of the store closing, I don't really have any desire to go to Menlo Park. Hilco right now is only they're still working on that pet store, the pharmacy, and international fashion retailer, but they're liquidating one express store at some shopping center, which I guess they didn't pay the rent for. And then meanwhile on SB360's website, they've taken down all things Sears related. They even they're not liquidating any more Sears right now. They're just doing Loves. That's about it. And Loves, it's only a few more left, but I think all the Loves are gone now. So yes, it is. Good evening, Kenneth. How are you? Yes, it is. There's a couple of Sears stores left in Florida. Only one in Jersey though, at Newport Center. Once that's I think that's going to be the next closing. I'd be shocked if it isn't. The last major department store closure was Lord and Taylor. Which, speaking of Lord and Taylor, the Lord and Taylor store at Willowbrook became some kind of fashion thing. It's called Shoppers. I don't even know. at this point. Shoppers. It's a really weird name, and they took over 2 Lord and Taylor stores. Shoppers Find, which is just weird. Shoppers Find, like that. That just doesn't have a good sound to it. Shoppers Find. Yeah, I'm not like a huge fan of that. So, oh, interesting. Well, guess what? The J.C. Penney at the gallery at Crystal Run that has a Dover Impulse. But yeah, that is kind of rare if it has a bank if it has a bank at 2. Yeah, the upper scale ones are going to be harder to fill. Willowbrook is, and that's an interesting one that they would put a Shoppers. I don't even know. It's such a Shoppers Find. Like I don't like the name at all. I actually, as a matter of fact, hate the name. And I mean, I want to go just to see it, but it's, you know, they basically just took over Lord and Taylor, and they just got really lucky. That's all. No, Staten Island Mall's not upscale. That's why Menlo Park is down there. Yeah, I mean they just lost their Disney store. Yeah, it isn't. It's more of like an urban type of mall. I wouldn't even call it like an upscale mall. It really isn't. I mean, it's got a Macy's and a J.C. Penney. How do you spell that? What, Shoppers Find? It's Shopper. Shoppers Find. It's such a weird, and you know what it is? Like, it's not even like a great name. It's just generic. I mean, the only reason they're in Willowbrook right now is because Lord and Taylor went out. That's the only reason they're at Willowbrook right now. But I could basically say that all anchors are going to be filled. I mean, you're going to get BJ's Wholesale Club, in the former Sears shop. So it's going to be Macy's, Shoppers Find, BJ's Wholesale Club, and Bloomingdale's. That's such a weird anchor lineup. Just doesn't sound right to me. But hey, who am I to blame? Hi, Scorch. How are you? There's a lot of people on here tonight. Yeah, that could be interesting. Yeah, no J.C. Penney's are being announced right now about liquidation. Although one awesome thing I saw today, and I think this was the best thing I saw. They're actually bringing back supersonic jets. Believe it or not, this boom thing was a really cool concept. Um, and I mean, I would show it to you guys, but unfortunately, copyright issues. But the point being is, it was so freaking cool. This jet, they said, you get from New York to London in like 3 hours instead of 6. It's pretty cool. You guys will have to see it after the video's done. I just thought it just looked pretty cool. Um, so that's why I told you guys about that. But yeah, you guys can definitely check that out after this video, of course. So yeah. Oh man, I just swallowed something. Yeah, Disney Quest was an indoor amusement park. Yes, it was. Yeah, and it was in Chicago, and they had one for planned for Philadelphia, but Disney Quest failed miserably. So yeah, I'm not surprised that they closed, and it was very outdated too. No, nothing. They just got a new anchor. They got a Shoppers Find. So the anchor lineup is going to be Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Shoppers Find, and BJ's Wholesale Club. It's just an interesting lineup. Arhus is now coming to Short Hills. Oh boy. Let me guess. They're going in the former Forever 21 spot. I'm not surprised. They're probably going to utilize that. They're probably going to utilize that store's elevator. I wonder if it's going to be a two-level store. Let's see. Got it. It might be. Apple, Arhus. Then we would have two-level Arhus stores in the state of New Jersey. Let's see. Nope. It's going to be one floor. I think. Unless they're going to do one in the basement. Interesting. I'm not surprised they're doing one. That's definitely the ideal mall for it. But yeah, or it's going to have a basement. It might. It's not as big as the Riverside, but they might want the smaller store. But yeah, that's a tight spot in the mall too. Yeah. It would be interesting though if they did an elevator at this R house, but I don't think they're going to. Yeah, I hate the name Shoppers Find too. It's just so like you couldn't even come up with a more generic name. It's just boring. The only reason it's a nice store is because they lucked out and they got the store from Lord and Taylor. I mean, I'm gonna go once just to walk through it, and that'll be the only time I ever go in there. It's just ew. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. FYA free. Okay, that's good. Yeah, sometimes they have basement areas, so they might do like a basement thing. But I'm very surprised that they didn't take the. I think they should have taken the Forever 21 spot. But hey, I mean, again, that's me. But my guess is they wanted a smaller store. Yeah, the only other store they have is at the Natick Mall in the former Lord and Taylor spot. That's about it, really. The Forever 21 at Short Hills had Schindler, and Arhus uses Schindler, so that's kind of why I would have expected Arhus to go there, just given that it would be easier to install a Schindler when they remove a Schindler. But I guess they want a one-level store, so. Oh, it already is in Massachusetts at the Natick Mall. I'm not surprised. Brookfield redesigned their website. Yeah, they did kind of. Well, I'm sure they wanted more open space for people to go around Disney Springs. Well, nobody knows. I gotta again. I would have to see. I would have to see pictures of the store before. And trust me, I'm not rushing back to that mall for a 330A. Pretty good Fantech 014. I saw you in Ridgewood the other day. I did see you in Ridgewood the other day. That must have been fun. I would have went, but you know, sometimes I don't get noticed. It's okay, but it's fine. We'll see each other next time you're in Jersey. I don't think so. We don't know what's going to happen to there. Is it now? I don't think the Westchester is getting a Forever 21 unless they announce plans to leave the Gallery of White Plains. Yeah. Hi, Nicholas Solar. How are you? Oh, I see. No news about any Long Island malls. The only Long Island related retail news is that Nordstrom Rack is finishing up curbside pickup sales at the Huntington Center store by the end of this week, and they're redirecting people to the other Nordstrom stores on Long Island. Yeah, no, Kenneth, you're absolutely right. At least they're filling it up. Yeah, it's a generic name, but look, the glass is half full, and at least the mall doesn't have a vacancy. I think it'll be interesting to walk through. I'll definitely have to go when I get the chance, but I'm not going to rush to go there. Yeah, because Hard Rock Cafe is they're at Universal. That's why. I see. Yeah, I'm actually the absolute opposite, and I like Universal over Disney. But Disney, Disney's not a place where there's a lot of thrill attractions, but I like both. I like Disney and I like Universal, but I like Universal a little bit more just because they have more attractions that I really like. Um, but yeah, yeah, definitely that could be something. I'm not surprised. They want any tenant could go there. Yeah, Ocean County and Monmouth are two of those malls I want to visit, but I'm literally waiting for something to crap the bed down there. Then I'll consider a trip. But right now, no, I have no plans to go there. Gatorland. I don't know where that is. Probably that sounds like that's a theme park in Florida. Ross Park Mall. Nothing on Ross Park. Sorry. And I actually just saw a walkthrough of the Nordstrom at Freehold. They completely walled it off from the actual mall. Sad though. I'm glad I went, but still pretty sad. Something tells me Arhus is looking to pull out of Freehold, though, if they're opening up Short Hills, or they'll go to somewhere in Monmouth County. I don't see Arhus sticking around at Freehold for much longer. I don't see them sticking around for much longer, at least in that area of New Jersey. But Short Hills is definitely that I think should have been done many years ago. Yeah, no, let me know. I mean, I'm gonna be busy for the next couple of days. Yeah, no, you don't even have to tonight. Just a couple days in advance because I plan my days and with school and everything. It's not even tonight. We can always arrange it another time. So it's fine. No worries. I'm not surprised. Yes, the only Nordstrom in the greater Pittsburgh area. There's only two Nordstroms in the state of Pennsylvania. Yeah, you're welcome, Fantex 0104. King of Prussia Mall, which is one of three Nordstroms in the greater Philadelphia area, and obviously the one at the Ross Park Mall. That's the other one. Yeah, it's really hard to find. I'm actually going to go ahead and send the link. Um, yeah, I mean it's very hard to find. And I mean it's and I hate the website. I'm just gonna go ahead and share it. Copy link. I'm gonna just go ahead, guys, and send it. I'm gonna send it because I can only access it on my phone, and it really like it's really annoying. Um, I gotta find. It's super annoying. Atlantic City's new arcade. No, I have not heard about Atlantic City's new arcade. I might be going down there this summer though. So I do apologize, guys, again. I'm actually gonna go ahead and get the link because the link was. I mean, it's literally like impossible to find. So I'm going to. Gotta go to messages. So again, guys, I do apologize if this is taking a little bit. It's just been a long week of school. So all right, let me go ahead and copy the link. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Hopefully this will work. Hopefully it doesn't go into twos. Okay, so what you guys are going to do is you're going to be able to click on the link and you guys should go right to their website. I think it's very generic, but this was the only way to find it. And you could tell, I mean, I'll even show it on my screen. It literally looks like they took pictures inside of a Lord and Taylor store. I mean, I'll even show you guys that, and I'll answer everybody's questions. I'm not surprised. 555 will do anything to get customers in their malls. Again, yes, I think it is. The Schindler is still there, and yes, I will film it when I do get the chance of being in that area once again. So this is the website. You can see right away it's a freaking Lord and Taylor store. You can see, yep, all Lord and Taylor. I don't know. Some of these I think were taken in Natick, and some of them were taken. I mean, you can tell like right away. It's literally it's basically a Lord and Taylor store filled with clothing. I mean, you could tell all designed by May. Some of it was Willowbrook, and some of it was a combination of Natick. Two locations: Willowbrook Mall, Wayne, and the former Lord and Taylor, and the Shoppers Find in the Natick Mall in Natick, Massachusetts, at the former Lord and Taylor store. It's just weird. It's a very weird brand. Like it's something I've never heard of. Yeah, it's very generic. The website sucks. I agree. No, I have not heard about Atlantic City's new arcade. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of motorcycles. Oh, school's over? That's good. Not for me either. Yeah, no, it sucks. I will gladly walk through once, but it's a one-time deal for me. Pretty good, Matt. How are you, man? I'm not surprised. I see it as a high traffic mall. Is Lord and Taylor coming back? No, but Shoppers World, Shoppers Fine. I keep thinking it's Shoppers World. Shoppers Fine opened up at two Lord and Taylor stores, Willowbrook Mall in Wayne and the Natick Mall in Natick, Massachusetts. Now, and as for the rest of the Lord and Taylor stores, the downtown Westfield freestanding one in Jersey, that's becoming a low-income housing, and the one at the Bala Cynwyd is becoming a developmental town center, and King of Prussia is expected to become office space. We don't know about the rest. Shoppers Find might come to Paramus too. Who knows? They could very well go in the Lord and Taylor and the Fashion Center, although that would be a very interesting move if they did that. So, hey Scott, how are you, man? Yes, the Nicktoons Blast starring Jimmy Neutron. I've seen the video on that before. Yeah, it's just, it's just, and I hate generic names like Shoppers Find. Like, couldn't they have come up with something better? Like, it's just too generic. I'm sorry. Like when you're coming up with a department store name, make it sound like a name that you can remember, like Boscov's. Like everybody likes Boscov's. Like that's a name you can remember. Shoppers Find. That sounds like something that's going to fail in the next 2 years. I'm sorry to say that the only reason they're alive right now and they got very lucky was because they got to acquire older stores from Lord and Taylor. I think it's going to be a huge flop, but they're going to test it out. Who knows? They might do very well, and they might pick up some more. Again, this is all new. I had no idea this was existing, but I'm on like several different like retail groups on Facebook, and I'm kind of in the loop of what's going on. But I just think it's just too freaking generic. Again, my opinion, of course. We don't have a confirmed date for that BJ's in Willowbrook, the wholesale club at least, not the brew house. We don't have a confirmed date yet. Not sure when BJ's. Not typically, but it's where I go to get a lot of my retail information. Oh, you're going to Pittsburgh next week, Matt. That's nice. We don't know yet when BJ's is opening. Oof, yeah, that's going to be busy, especially in that area, Jersey City, and because it's urban. Yeah, it's going to be hard to film a glass elevator on a Saturday. Sorry to say. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, so my apologies, guys. I just had to cut from the screen for a little bit, but we're back again. Okay, so I left off at going to Pittsburgh next week. It's pretty cool. We don't know yet when the BJ's is opening up Willowbrook. Oh, Macy's closing 58 stores by March of 2022. I bet 3 of them are Westfield Sunrise, Livingston Mall, and Brunswick Square. That's 3 of them. Let's see if we can figure out the other 55. Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Oh, yes, I saw that. I like that video too. Yes. I don't have school though. I graduated high school. So I just have college at this point. It is for boomers, but I like using Facebook to connect with people. BJ's has its own clientele over than Costco, so I think it would do very well, and it would actually give Costco some competition at Wayne Town Center. Violent Pointee, which is interesting. The confirmed date for Yard House Willowbrook is June 28th. Good. Sadly, I don't. That's not the closest one to me, but that's good to know. Doubt it unless they pick up the building lease that cheap. Oh yeah, and that's the only Sears left in Jersey. That Series one at the Sears. That closes. I mean, I'm going the second it gets announced. Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of it was COVID, unfortunately. The biggest blow, I think, the Bergentown Center. It's not called the Outlets anymore, because Urban Edge dropped that, which I think was smart. Definitely had to be Century 21. That was the biggest blow to that mall. That all of COVID, Century. I mean, Century was the foundation of that mall. That's the reason why that mall that is today, that the way that mall is today. So that was really sad to see that go. But who knows? Shoppers Find might go in there. Who knows? They could be in negotiations right now with Urban Edge as we speak. Oh, Westfield Garden State Plaza getting a diesel. Diesel. I'm not surprised. How long do you think Sears and Kmart will last? Well, oh, and speaking of that, this is something I am disgusted at Sears for this. I mean, and where is Eddie Lampert on this one? Where is Eddie Lampert? You know, I mean, and I'm not one to criticize. I mean, this poor veteran who served in our country, literally, this lady said goodbye. Like, like, be helpful, especially. I don't care. Look, I'm not trying to say that this veteran was looking for clicks. Oh, somebody can say that. But you know, I mean, this guy served our country. You don't do that. That is just utterly disrespectful, especially to an actual person who gave up his life to defend ours. I mean, this is just. I mean, I'll read this because this is what really gets me. This really gets me. This guy served in our army, and thank you for your service, sir. You definitely deserve the recognition. How dare Sears hangs up on you? How dare some lady that works at Sears thought it was okay to hang up on somebody who served in the army to that actually defended your life and then make you go out there. While millions marked Memorial Day weekend on Monday, Marion resident Eugene Quinones gathered his notes to call Sears for the 10th time. Since May 3rd, I've been calling Sears service repairs number, Quinones said. About a month ago, he noticed something wrong with his refrigerator, so he called Appliance Wizard to check it out. They told him his compressor is going out, and the coils needed to be replaced. Quinones exchanged several emails with Sears trying to set an appointment. He says the company kept changing the appointment date and eventually settling on May 16th. Sears contacted Quinones numerous times that day to confirm the appointment. The company even sent the 77-year-old an estimated time of arrival and a picture of the technician. Nobody showed up. Sears had set up 3 different appointments. They canceled 2 of them. One because they told me the technician's truck broke down. Look, a one-time thing, that's okay. um, because the fridge wasn't under warranty. And that's just Sears still Quinn as the warranty from 2012 was expired. He had bought the fridge in 2017. Okay, so again, that's yeah, no. I mean, you don't, and this is what really gets me. And this is a guy who served our country, and God bless him. God bless him for serving our country. God bless that guy for serving our country. Thank you. You know what? I salute you. Thank you. God bless you for serving our country. At this point, I asked her what her name was. Exactly. Just to have a name down so that you can call back. And you know what the lady said? She said goodbye and hung up the phone. How disrespectful is that? How disrespectful I mean, what is wrong with Eddie Lampert? You can screw people over, let people I mean, you can screw people over. You can literally close stores left and right and tell them that you're out of a job. Sorry, you're out of luck. Time to go file for unemployment. And now you're disrespecting actual people who put your lives above theirs to protect and defend our country. You don't pull crap like that. That lady should be fired from Sears or wherever she works and wait for the next available worker. The person told us unclear how long it could be, a week or month. For like, just terrible. I mean, that is just look. I don't try to do political rants here. I'm not about politics. Okay, that's one thing you guys to get straight with me. That's why I don't debate anybody on here. But that lady, that lady was so You don't do that. That I mean, unless you are a heartless piece of garbage like Eddie Lampert, you don't pull crap like that. She said goodbye and hung up the phone. You know, when you're doing customer service, and I've talked to many places with customer service, and they're really nice about it. They're like, "Thank you," you know. But this lady didn't even care about her own job, and she goes off on somebody who served our country. Like, where do they hire people these people? I hope she gets fired. I hope she gets fucking fired. She deserves to get fired. But no, she'll be kept on because nobody wants to work for Sears at this point. Let me tell you something. If that lady ever watches this stream, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should absolutely be ashamed of yourself for what you did. And you should resign from Sears, really. There is no place for people like you to work, and especially in customer service. There's no place for people like you. So, and I'm sure she's going to lose her job once Sears goes down completely, because we know that day is coming sooner than later. But I'm sorry to go on a rant, but I'm just when I saw that, you don't pull crap like that. I mean, and this is somebody who's a business major. When you're trying to run a business and have a good customer service, you have people who know what they're doing and you know what they're talking about. This lady didn't give a flying F about this guy who wanted his fridge fixed for Memorial Day weekend, especially since that's essential. That is essential to have a refrigerator. Absolutely ridiculous. And it disgusts me. It absolutely disgusts me. That's what I have to say about that. So shame on Sears, shame on the lady, and shame on Eddie Lampert's goons for hiring that lady to work for Sears service repair. Oh, good. That's great. I'm glad to hear. Slime World? Where they putting the Slime World? Yes, they will close soon. That's great. Well, I knew the guy who actually took the sign down at that Nordstrom rack. Actually, I know the person who took. It was actually the same company that took the sign down for JCPenney at Westfield Sunrise, rather, at the time. That's what it was called. They actually took down the Nordstrom Rack sign, too. That's how I got that great picture. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Hmm. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you about that. Oh, and please take a picture of yourself with those signs. And I want to make sure you have security literally chasing you out of the store. Make sure to make one that says F Larry Costello too, because he's another one. He was the quote unquote spokesman for the company. I agree, Fantex General 104. She absolutely needs to be fired. Pepper Palace, interesting. I hope so. Oh yeah, no, it's disgusting of how they treated her. Hey, Hasma Studios. Yep, it's very disrespectful. Nah, I try not to, but I will stand up for things like that. The veteran was in the right. He needed his fridge fixed, and it's not fair that the way that Sears. Now, if he bought that from a different company, I think they would have given him a very grateful treatment. I hope he never buys another Kenmore fridge again, or he buys it through, say, Home Depot or Lowe's, where they would be willing. Where at Home Depot and Lowe's, they are willing to come out if you need your fridge fixed. Like, that's what any like, and even Menards to some extent. Obviously, they're not here on the noise, but point being, if you bought that at Lowe's or not Walmart, you wouldn't buy. Nobody buys a fridge at Walmart. But I mean, Lowe's or Home Depot. Oh my God, they would be out within 2 to 3 days. They're like that, like bam. But Sears, no, 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 not like that. So no appliances. I definitely do not recommend Sears. I recommend Home Depot or Lowe's. They and their store fleets are much better too if you compared to Sears and Kmart. I almost tried to buy a bed at Sears too, but thank God I didn't. I mean, Sears at this point they're down to 48 stores. I think everybody wants it to go away there. Charles Gordon was a great actor. Oh, oh, it will be close. Okay. Chris, my uncle Julie works at Sears. Does she work at the one in Massapequa? Because that's the only one on Long Island. Yes, the Nordstrom Rack is gone in Huntington. They're doing curbside pickup until Friday. As a matter of fact, if you guys want me to call the store, let me know in the chat. Yeah, no, there is no Nordstrom Rack in Deer Park. Nordstrom Rack only has two stores on Long Island, Manhasset Center in Manhasset, New York, and the Gallery Westbury Plaza in Garden City, New York. Interesting. I guess they were planned to open together. Yeah, see? Exactly. Lowe's has veterans parking for veterans. They can park their car and get. Yep, yeah. I mean, Fantech, you just set a great example right there. That's a great example. I gotta close my window, but I'm gonna do that in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, even that's a great example. Great example right there. I mean, them and Home Depot, just it's. I mean, Sears and Kim, it's down to 48 stores. It's almost over for them. So. Yeah, yeah, they don't have any Menards yet in the Northeast. Waiting on one though. Hopefully soon. My closest Lowe's, it is near American Dream, but not right around American Dream. Yeah, I used to watch it, but I don't watch it that much. But anyways, oh no, I'll do one. I already did an Eddie Lampert rant about the whole thing with the veterans. I think it's disrespectful how they did that veterans thing. I mean, the hell does that? And that Eddie really has no heart. He really does not care about the employees. He just, and he's almost 60, so he just wants to walk away with the rest of the billions. You know what's going to happen? He's going to go off in the sunset, and everyone's going to forget about him. That's it. Menards is a home improvement store that's a 2-floor store. Most of them have an elevator. It's basically like a 2-level Home Depot or Lowe's. That's basically what it is. And I've been to both. Home Depot is orange, Lowe's is blue, and I've been to both. It's the same. It's literally the same experience, but good customer service. That's much better than Sears and Kmart. But terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. Just disrespecting. I mean, could you imagine working for a company that disrespects people that have served our country and that have actually protected us in wars and have actually sacrificed their lives for ours? So I wish that what that guy should do, file a lawsuit against Sears. No, but then you know what? Then you'll have Eddie Lampert come in, and he'll have all his people make sure that it doesn't get out. But it's over. And Sears and Kmart are still in bankruptcy. Still. I mean, they filed what, 2018? They're still in bankruptcy. Almost 3 years. We're coming up on the 3-year anniversary of Sears. It is the world's slowest liquidation. It's terrible. And then you look at pictures of their stores. It's depressing. It is so depressing. And you see that they've blocked off sections. I mean, it is so depressing. It really is depressing to go into those stores. And the worst part is they now have rug departments inside. When you have rug departments inside your stores, that's the end. I mean, there's no future. There is no future at Sears and Kmart. I don't know how their stores are still open in 2021. Is Eddie Lampert really that heartless and wants to keep it going so that he can just – terrible. It's terrible. Squishable? No, I don't. I worked at Home Depot, and they sucked. Well, they're not – no, Home Depot I like. I like Home Depot. I mean, it's probably the location you worked at, but most Home Depots are pretty good. I'm not a fan of the one that's near me, but if you go a little bit within my area, there's some good Home Depots. There are some good Home Depots. I think the guy really should file a lawsuit against them because you are obligated, especially since they're essential workers. They're obligated to come out and fix it. Now, look, okay, you're backed up 2 to 3 days, max. But you should tell the person that you're coming. But don't come up with corny excuses of, oh, the truck is broken. Oh, what's it called? Your fridge expired when he bought it in 2017. Like, where do they just pull this out of their ASSESs? Like, is that what they try to do? So because they're so damn lazy to actually go out there? I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, you don't do crap like that. When you're running a business, you make sure to have good customer service. You make sure that those people come out when they're told to come out. But the lady had to be the worst on the phone call, hanging up and saying goodbye because you don't want to talk to somebody who actually put your life over his to actually defend you. You should be fired for that. You should absolutely be fired for that. But I like Home Depot a little bit better, though. Yeah, no, terrible, just terrible. I really hope the end of Sears is coming because now it's just becoming a joke. Yep, exactly. R2, R38, you hit the nail on that one. You absolutely hit the nail on that one. They're selling rugs because they're trying to hide their absolutely. Wow, you really hit the nail on that one. Good job. Oh, I know. North Bergen has that. Home Depot and Lowe's, literally right next to each other. No, Macy's has never filed for bankruptcy. God, I have a lot of notifications on my phone. I have to end the stream soon. Oh, no, he won't put any. No. That's not Eddie Lampert's jobs. That's not Eddie Lampert's job. That is Larry Costello's job, which, by the way, is Larry Costello hasn't put out a statement since early last year where he said, my name is Larry Costello, and we have made the difficult but necessary decision to close the store. Oh, in 19. Okay, yeah, that was a reorganization because then they bought other department store chains. That's probably why then. Oh, Sears. No, because Sears in Mexico is actually owned by somebody who knows how to run department stores in Mexico. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Reorganization and being bought out by other department store companies. It's a joke. Yeah, most of it's Eddie, but it's not just Eddie. It was everybody else that was working with Eddie too. When Eddie became CEO, then that's when things really started to go down. Exactly. Yep. Absolutely. Fantex 0104. Interesting. I think there's a PF Chang's in Edgewater, though, I believe. Oh. I kind of like Home Depot, though. I do. It's a fun little quirky like store. But anyways. Okay. All right, so guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the live stream here. Thank you guys for watching, and that will be it. See you guys next time.